Hey there everybody, in this video I'm going to be showing you how to make your very own Leaper Santa Christmas hat for your Jaguar. Now this is my first time sewing ever, so if it turns out a little wonky, that is why. And all you're going to need is a Santa hat, needle and thread, and some scissors. So the best way to get the right dimensions for your Santa hat is to cut it with the scissors up that way, and I've already done that. Next, you can lay the Santa out flat. And that's your shape. You're going to basically copy that same dimensions onto your smaller piece of fabric. And you can even copy that shape onto a paper to practice to make sure you get the dimensions right. And once you've got your shape cut out, you can lay that onto your fabric, trace it, and then cut it out. So there is my shape. I'm going to cut it out now. Well, there we go. This is also the time where you want to take off some of this white trim right here, because we're going to be putting that on the base right here before we close up the hat. And you just need a small strip just about that size. Okay, so we are going to sew this edge onto right here on this edge, so this is a little bit lower. And it's also really important that the fuzzy side, the outside, is facing up, the fuzzy side is on that side, and the fuzzy side is up on this side. And the reason for that is because when we finish the hat, this will flip back around so the fuzzy side is on the outside, just like the normal Santa hat. There we go, and this is how it should turn out. It doesn't have to be perfect, you don't have to be super detailed in the stitching. See how I wasn't, but just basically stitched those together, so it should be like that. Awesome. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to take this and we're going to keep the fuzzy side in, and we're going to sew the ends together just like that. So just to clarify, fuzzy side in, we're sewing along this line right here. And there we go, that is looking like a hat now. Now the next step is to invert this, so basically flipping it inside out, that way it hides the seam. There we go, now we're flipped so the fuzzy side is out. Now we need to flip this white part up so the fuzzy side is out as well. And if you want, you can sew the top part of this hat to the rest of the hat as well on the outside right here. Here's our little hat so far, and all we need to do is add the fuzz on the top, and then we can put it on the car. All I'm going to do for that is take a little bit of this piece of trim and just sew it right onto the top. And there we go with it on top. This thing looks pretty good. Now to put it on the car, I'm just going to put some zip ties through right here and on to the Leaper's head. And there we go. I just put the zip tie through the sides, and now all I have to do is cinch it up on the cat's head and snip off the little tail. There we go. I think I'll have to grow into it a little bit, but there we go. And I recognize that I made it way too big, and I actually went ahead and made a second one, and the second one turned out much better. That was the picture you saw in the opening. And as you can see, it looks much better with the smaller hat on. I also used a different fabric, so it turned out quite awesome.